name is Claire Torza, AGRIP's Program Manager, and I'm here today with Michelle Carter and Marcus Henthorn with RPA. Today, they're going to show how to leverage AI to streamline meeting minutes. All right, let's start with the basics. Why is recording and reporting any meeting minutes, but specifically board minutes, often a challenge?
I'll go ahead and take this one. I definitely think that the board meetings are the heartbeat of the pool, right? It's where we make key coverage decisions, key financial decisions. We talk about what's happening, what the long-term strategy is within that pool. But then comes the meeting components, and they're required, right? They're regulated and they aren't optional. So, these are certified official records of what the board decided on. And essentially, in our world, the pool's institutional memory, which we think is one of the most important things that we do. So when we think about AI and pool meeting minutes, I think it's really important to leverage this new tool and this new resource to better improve our processes and to take this really, really critical component of a pool to the next level.
The only other thing I would add is that sometimes they can be a real time suck, right? They're required and they're important, but they can detract from the important member service type work that pools think is so critical to their operations, right? You might be in an instance where you have a 4-hour meeting and then you have 4 hours of content that you have to listen to get the minutes just right? So not just how critical they are, but also that they can be administratively burdensome.
If someone wants to start using AI for capturing board minutes, what's the easiest way to get started?
Most programs, I think, now use some kind of video format, even if they're meeting in person, right? You might have somebody who needs to call in via Teams or via Zoom, or whatever your preferred meeting format is. And so our suggestion is to use that transcription feature. We've seen a lot of clients be successful taking this approach. You use the transcription feature, and then when the meeting is over, you use your preferred and approved AI platform to ask it, to use a prompt. Maybe it's summarize this, maybe it's give us an overview, a detailed report, whatever that prompt is, to create a first draft of those meeting minutes. And then you've got the first draft of, maybe it's a 4-hour meeting. Instead of listening to a 4-hour recording in about 4 minutes, you've got a usable first draft that then you can make more robust.
And I'll just tack on to what Michelle said. I mean, to me, it's really the prompt component that's so important with AI. It's teaching people how to utilize AI effectively. And that really comes down to the prompt. So when we say summarize this, they're going to take it literal and they're going to summarize the board meeting. But if we do provide that format or the custom format in which the pool is used to seeing their meetings being transcribed previously, it can replicate that same style and bring that through. But again, that's all going to come down to the prompt that you use. So I would say that it's not just if somebody wants to start using AI, that's easy. You just pull up the platform and you use it. I think where it gets to be a little bit more challenging is just taking those extra steps to actually formulate that prompt to make sure that that prompt is giving you what you want on the back end as the results come through. One of the things I think you could avoid is using AI to transcribe like executive sessions. Michelle had made the point of these are public records. These are things that really matter. Some of the things that we try to avoid, especially when utilizing AI, is taking the executive sessions or the confidential information within those meetings and putting it into a platform where we may not know where that data is going or how it's being used.
Are there any last items or tips you guys have that pools should keep in mind when using AI to generate meeting minutes?
I was just going to say, I think the tool selection matters, right? Because not all platforms are the same. Everybody's out there saying they do AI, they can compete with AI, they've got their own AI product. And then you test 2 or 3 different products against the same prompt with the same meeting minutes, and you're going to see that the output is going to be entirely different among all 3 platforms. And so I think that really coming up and deciding kind of what tool selection you're going to be utilizing, that's really, really important. Michelle?
Make sure that you give a human review, make sure that you're checking for tone, make sure that, meeting minutes should be neutral. They shouldn't have any kind of be opinionated really. So just making sure that you're looking at it with your human brain and a critical lens, right? And not just taking the AI output for what it gives you.
Right. To summarize this conversation, I would love to know why you both think this is such an important AI capability for pools.
Claire, I think that when initially we were approached by AGRIP to participate in these videos, that the biggest thing that we saw was that the automation of meeting minutes is applicable to every single member of AGRIP, right? And can make a transformational improvement in a big way to all members. I mean, automating transcriptions, which speeds up the process, it creates efficiencies. It makes things more accurate. It allows you to put drafts together faster. But I think most importantly, and the thing that we took away from it, is that it frees up the teams to spend more time serving its members instead of transcribing conversations and listening to a 4-hour meeting again, transcribing it and turning it into a 15-hour project. You can essentially create a prompt that could do what took 15 hours in 30 seconds. So it's really, really important to us.